Nobody's ever done this before, so this is a tutorial on engineering subliminal messages into music. At first, I'm just going to play you the finished track. This is just a song that I made with my friends, so the message is just to drink water. I like to put positive things in my music, but I'm going to play the message by itself. It's creepy. Drink water, drink water, drink water. Yeah, that's enough of that. If you're not familiar with what subliminal messages are, they're hidden messages in media to persuade you to take action. It's part of a larger body of work called industrial psychology, which is the practice of subconscious manipulation for industry. It's kind of like priming, but that's too much of a rabbit hole for this video. So yes, it is someone's job to mess with your head. It's not a tinfoil hat thing. People get paid for it, including me. It's not just for products either. Like, it's for all kinds of behavioral things, like ideologies, voting, safety, crowd control. Like, the list is endless, really. Originally, though, subliminal messages were designed to stop people from stealing things from department stores, and it worked. So this is just a modernized version of that process. I'm using Ableton Live, as you can see, so let's get into it. I'm going to break down what's happening here first. The premise of this is to chant a simple message in a variety of voices, like male, female, and child, so it appeals to whatever people are more receptive to. You'll notice there are two different buses here. We have chant and reverse. And so the idea is like they're hard panned, left and right. The chants are sent to the right ear, and then you reverse those samples in the left ear, so it appeals to both hemispheres of the brain. That's a deeper segment of psychology. You can look it up if you want, but we don't need to get into that for this tutorial. Now I'll just play the male voice here. Drink water. Drink water. And then we'll do the female. Drink water. Drink water. Drink water. Drink and then the child. Drink water. And they're not perfect. It doesn't have to be. It's more about tonality. And you can see how heavily I compress the signals here on each channel. It's just, since it's a low volume, there can't be a whole lot of dynamic range, or like the message gets lost. So as far as recording, I don't recommend that you clone your first take into the female and child or whatever. I adjust my throat to mimic the female and the child, and then I use Avox throat to like further refine it. And then, so yeah, just record new takes. But you got to get the timing pretty close, because too much variation can blur the clarity of your message. So yeah, like I said, I use Avox throat to like refine the shape of the voice. But you can also just go directly into the clip editor, and like you can change your pitch, use Complex Pro, and you can change your formats and envelope to match the kind of sound that you're going for. As an extra tip, I would recommend trying to record your chants to flow with the beat or the rhythm. And if it's a fairly spacious song, you can mask the chants using a carrier tone. By that I mean you group both of the chants together, like I do in this SM bus here, and then use a saturated sine wave or a brown noise at the same volume. Anyway, on the chant on the bus here, you can see that I roll off the low and the high end, because there's not really any usable information in a voice in there. Just your final limiter to smooth it out, and a de-esser, which is really just a multi-band compressor, but it honestly works great for de-essing. Like, I use it more often than my actual de-esser plugins. And then as a final touch, we have an echo here. It's a fast echo, and I'll play it again just so you can hear it. Drink water. Drink water. Drink water. Anyway, the reason we do this is our brains think it sounds more godly, like commanding. Anyway, those are my settings if you want. Just 109 milliseconds. You can't really have too much variation in there, honestly. Like 109 milliseconds and 50% feedback. If it's causing any sort of like upsetting sounds. Then you can change it a little bit to like match the tempo of your song, maybe. But I usually don't have to do that. The last order of business is seeding the message, and so you just seed it in the mix. So basically, you start at full volume on the SM bus here, and you just gradually lower it until it's not audible anymore. So we'll go ahead and just do that. Still a little bit in there. Yep. We're going to stick with 19 on this one. The final value is always going to vary depending on the dynamics of your song, but for this one, it's 19. As a final test, you'll also want to toggle the track solo button up here, just so you can listen to it, like toggle it on and off, just to be sure there's no noticeable presence. And again, you want to do that in mono as well, just to account for different audio systems. 'Cause, you know, you blend channels together. I'm sure you know this stuff. Anyway, that's my tutorial. I hope you found it educational. If you got any questions, you definitely ask me. I'm more than happy to help. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.